pricing. Sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Offer expires 6/30/16.
You're listening to Just Ask Joyce on WFIA, The Spirit.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Wasn't that just delightful? And I can tell you, we all learned something from Laura. Did we not? I just love how they are working through those difficult circumstances. And guys, it just epitomizes the strength and the power of the Lord if we allow Him to work through us. If we allow Him to work through us. I don't know that process of how they got there where they're all counseling together, but is that just glorious? It's just glorious. And I know it hasn't been easy, and you even heard that from Laura, that there's still challenges there. Of course there are. We are people. We're humans, and we're going to struggle with some things. But I can tell you, for them to even be embracing it at this level is just huge. It's huge. You cannot imagine how rare this is. Having a user-friendly divorce where you're actually trying to work out your differences, and to a hurt at the degree that Laura experienced, betrayal, infidelity by her close friend. Her close friend, her best friend. So that's, that double, as I said, double betrayal, double whammy. It's just, it's raw. Cassie Sodi is going to be here Monday, and we'll be talking about that kind of raw stuff on Just Ask Joyce, and she's going to be here with us 2 hours. But again, if you missed any of that show, you go back and you listen to the podcast. It's going to be invaluable to you, and especially if you are in a divorce situation. Work out your differences. Iron out those wrinkles. I'm happy to help you. Find a counselor if you want to. I'm not a counselor. I'm a mentor, but I don't charge. But find someone. If you want to pay someone to go to help you, just get help for those things. It is invaluable to your children. And Laura attested to that. It is invaluable that you help them through these difficult times. That is a huge fracture in their lives. It is huge. Kids do not bounce back. I don't care what you want to think. They do not bounce back. And I don't care how old you are. My parents divorced after 32 years of marriage. 32 years. All of us were married except my baby sister. Our baby sister was still at home. She was a senior. And it was so disconnecting. It rippled through our family. And it did not repair itself for a very long time. A very long time. I mean, it divided the siblings even because they took sides. Some of them took sides. And it was just a horrendous time in our legacy. And this is your legacy. And, Laura doesn't want to make any mistakes with the next one. And bravo to her. Bravo. Oh, my goodness. If everyone could just land where she did on her feet after such a tumultuous insult to her heart. Anyway. And I I know she's probably still listening. And Laura, I just wanted to share Proverbs 3:5. You probably know it already, but trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. Because God knows every detail of everything, the past, the present, and the future. And He knows every detail about everyone that is involved in our lives. Everyone. And so when we trust in Him, and she started out, did you hear trust? She's going to have trouble with trust. We don't have to worry about trusting God. God will not betray us. He will not be unfaithful to us. He will not forsake us. And if we put our trust in Him and not lean on our understanding, then everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. And that's whether, I'm going to pray that you don't wind up in another situation. But even if you did, everything will be all right. And you have already proven that because of this first encumbrance in your life. And, so you just keep leaning on the Lord, and you know to trust Him when you can't trust anyone else. You lean on Him and let Him guide your heart. Just love that. Oh, I can't wait to meet her. I cannot wait to meet her and get my hands around her neck. I just think it's awesome. What a thrill. What a thrill. I'm just, I sat in my chair early this morning and did a devotional, and I prayed for this kind of show today. I prayed for this kind of show because I really came in here. I'm like, I'm not planning a show today. I'll toss out a question, but Lord, I'm going to leave it to you because we need people to hear how your power rules, and we just did. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. In the meantime, I'm in battle for His cause.
The Spirit, 94.7 WFIA FM New Albany, Louisville, is a service of Salem Media Group, online at WFIAFM.com. Focus on the Family is sponsored by Focus on the Family on WFIA The Spirit.
Is your marriage hopeless? Do you feel unloved?
Just a 60-second generic opening.
Okay. Even though he's going to do